Phase 1, B-1. First exercise, we're starting with the half kneeling side toss. It's going to be the static version of that. Followed by the 3-1 tempo squat with a 2-second pause at the bottom. If you can already do a box jump, then at least 3-inch box jump, then you can actually start with that. But for those of you who are nervous about jumping, start with the 3-1 tempo squat. And then we're going to go into the mini band bench press corrective. This is going to be the flat for this particular day. All right, followed by heels elevated, plate press out squat, dumbbell flat bench press. We're doing the single dumbbell again, held on end, squeeze together, create tension in the chest. And then we got our 2 kettlebell farmer's carry for our active recovery. And then our last group, we're starting with the reaching single leg deadlift. If you cannot do it, use the sticks first just to get the technique down, and then you can go into reaching mode. Suspension row, and then a tall kneeling cable chop static. The half kneeling side toss, okay? So obviously the wall's here, we're facing this way. You wanna be able to just barely touch the wall with your fingertips with a fully extended arm. Inside knee is up, outside knee down, toe is tucked, keep the core engaged, glutes engaged, strong hip. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the ball. I like to expose the number, right, so you can see the face of it, because that's the part that's gonna hit the wall, okay? So you're gonna place it on the front part of your hip bone, not to the side, but the front part. This elbow's high. What you're doing is you're getting a little bit of hip drive by lowering the shoulder. So I'm lowering the shoulder. So I'm not wrapping around throwing. I'm lowering the shoulder. We're trying to make that number kiss the wall. So when I throw it, it's like I'm trying to dump out a bucket of water. That's why I give you a target. If you cannot do a box jump yet, or you can't jump, or you don't feel comfortable jumping, he always starts you with the 3-1 tempo squat. Okay, so it preps you for a box jump. But if you're already able to jump, you can start getting into box jumps. So, tempo squat. I'm not jumping, I'm just mimicking that I'm going to jump. So I'm going down, 3, 2, 1, pause, up quick. So 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So that's your tempo. Down 3, up quick. So now we're going to do the mini band bench press corrective flat. The angle's different, so your path's going to be different. So you're going to get a chance to practice your roll back method here. Maintain that width. Keep your lower back in contact with the bench. Bring it down right under the chest. Not down here, not up here. Right under the chest. So, plate, press out, heel elevated squat. We always elevate the heels in the beginning because most people's ankle mobility is not that great starting out. So, have a little target here. You want to make sure that you're getting at least 90 degrees or parallel. So, personally, I have my feet rotated out a little bit. So, based on your anatomy, it might be a little bit different. You're going to use the plate press out method so that way it counterbalances you, so that way you don't fall back. What you're going to do is press your plate out as you come down, tap, and right back up. Knees should go right over the toes. Press out, tap, right back up. Okay, the beginner for a flat dumbbell bench press with 1 dumbbell held on the ends. I don't recommend the roll back for this because it's a lot easier for possibly the dumbbell to fly in your face. So just gingerly lean back. I personally like to keep my feet up like this because I can keep my low back in contact with the bench. Press, squeeze the dumbbell, like that. Maintain that tension in the chest by squeezing the dumbbell together. Then you can push up like this. Okay, so
Step to your kettlebells to the side of the feet. Okay, we're going to deadlift them up. Okay, shoulders back, core is engaged. Begin walking with a normal gait. You're not speed walking here. Active recovery. When you turn, you slightly turn, all the way around. The reason for that is if you turn on a dime like this, you start swinging. That's why. All right, so the reaching single leg deadlift, the most regressed version of the practice learning version, you can use these 2 sticks or 1 stick. I'm going to use 2 for the video, so keep the sticks nearby here. You're going to be pressing them out in front of you as you do this. So, what you're going to do is, the foot that's going to be kicking back, I would just preemptively turn the toe in because most people turn out with their hip. So just overcorrect a little bit by turning the toe in. What you're going to do is, you're hinging at this leg, and you press these out. Pause right there. Bring it right back in. Okay, next, once you kind of learn that rhythm, you don't need the sticks. You're going to do your reaching single leg deadlift. Preemptively turn the toe in, come out, back. Suspension row. So a lot of times if you're shorter, having them a little lower the ground's better. For me, right around my shin height's pretty decent though. Okay, so grab your suspension rows. You're actually going to walk out until you're at a pretty steep incline. It depends on what level you're at. And this is pretty intermediate right here. All right, so you're not going to be sagging your hips. You're not going to be fully extended. Straight body, core tight. Okay, pack those shoulders. Pull. Turn the wrists slightly. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then right back. Beginner in the tall kneeling cable chop. So take your pad, line it up with the cable. Okay, you're going to be a little bit on the outside of it. So tall kneeling, knees, toes tucked. Belt buckle the chin, keep that core engaged, do not extend the back. Okay, you're gonna have your rope, first hand here, outside hand over, inside hand under. Okay, you're gonna start here, you're not gonna be staring at it right now, that's for the dynamic, so look straight ahead. Bring it down to the chest, press out to the side, and back. Squeeze the core, entire time, belt buckle to chin.